Greetings, Subscriberville. This is a very special video to announce to you guys some of the upcoming videos you can expect here on the channel, because a lot of you guys have been asking for future videos and recommending different topics, so I want to fill you guys in on what you'll be seeing soon. But first I want to give a huge shout out and a huge thank you to JaeRoar for his awesome plug over there on his channel. If any of you guys haven't seen his channel yet, here's a link. His comic book knowledge leaves my comic book knowledge for dead. And in this video in particular that I'm linking you to, he mentioned some alternative villains for the Man of Steel sequel and how they could fit into that movie. And if the rumors about Jason Momoa playing Martian Manhunter turn out to be true, he has a really interesting take on how good old John Johns could fit into that movie. So be sure to check his channel out if you haven't yet, and once again a big thank you to him and a welcome to all of you guys who came over from his channel and showed such great support. So I have 3 announcements, and the first is what you guys have been asking the most. What is the next What It Should Be video? It will be Avengers Age of Ultron. And that video will be told in full story mode, like how the Batman vs Superman one was. Because I'm only really going to do full story mode for like the big blockbuster movies. And the other movies that get What It Should Be videos, they'll be more like the Star Wars 7 and Terminator 5 videos, where it's kind of like an overview. But Avengers Age of Ultron will be full story mode. So the outline for this story is already finished, and it's very Empire Strikes Back. And I'm really excited to get it out to you guys. And I won't spoil the story for you, but I will say that it's based off the idea that the first Avengers movie was all about getting the team together, so the second Avengers movie should be the team being put through the fire. So Ultron is gonna hammer them hard. There's still a few things that I do have to straighten out in the story before I start with the actual script itself, such as, at the moment there's really not a lot for Hawkeye to do, and I do want to have him do something significant because he was kind of underused in the first Avengers, and Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch will be in it, as Josh Whedon has confirmed, and as Ant-Man is confirmed that he won't be in this movie, it's pretty obvious that they're going to have Iron Man create Ultron rather than Ant-Man. So as a result of that, Iron Man will still have to have somewhat of a central focus in the story. I'm actually pretty sure that that was part of the renegotiation with Robert Downey Jr. to keep him on board, but I'm going to make it in my version that the main man in this story will be Captain America. So it will kind of be us looking at Tony Stark through the eyes of Captain America. That might sound kind of confusing, but hopefully it'll make sense when you guys see it. Now here's the really important part. If you've been a subscriber of mine for a while, you'll know that while I'm a big fan of the Marvel movies, when it comes to the comics themselves, I mostly read DC. So that's why, if I am going to make a video of Avengers Age of Ultron, I really want to get it right. So I've been reading everything that I can, like on Wikipedia and on various online sources and libraries about like Ultron, some of his best stories, etc. And I'm pretty confident that there's no Mandarin level violations of comic law in the story that I'm going to have. But still, you know, there's only so much you can learn from the online libraries, and that's where you guys come in. I've actually got some specific questions that I want to present to any of you Marvel fans out there, and you can answer these questions obviously in the comments section below, or you can send me a personal message here on YouTube, or you can email me the answers at bandedincorporated@gmail.com. Here's what I want to know. First of all, in the Ultron Unlimited storyline, I know that Hank Pym defeats Ultron with some sort of creative trickery at the end, but I haven't been able to find out exactly what that trickery is. So tell me, how does all that go down? What is it that he does to trick and beat Ultron at the end? Because I do have a specific thing in mind of how to beat Ultron in my version, but I might need to tweak it based off what Hank Pym did in those comics. Secondly, I want to know a little bit more about the characterization of Ultron. So I know that Ultron's psychology is like a Frankenstein monster type thing, and that he's based off Hank Pym's own brain patterns. So as a result, he's kind of fascinated with Hank Pym's wife, the Wasp. So then would I be right in assuming that he does have emotions then, even though he's a robot? And if so, do his mannerisms and his speech patterns reflect a personality? Or does he have like a stiff, jerky way of moving and a robotic monotone voice? Thirdly, what are some of the popular Ultron-related moments that should be in the story? Because like Wikipedia doesn't tell you that kind of thing. Sort of in the same kind of way that Batman vs Superman needed to have a few Dark Knight Returns moments in it, are there any like Ultron moments or lines that must be included in the story at some point? So those are my questions. Of course, any other ideas you have on the story, be sure to share them, because part of what I want these What It Should Be videos to become arm is not just what I personally would like these movies to be, but more so what all of us as fans would like these movies to be. So on the off chance that Hollywood at some point does see any of these, it'll be a much more accurate representation of what the whole fan base wants in these movies. Hence why I'm asking you guys for your input. So the next announcement I have, first of all, I've been really enjoying reading all of your feedback from the Batman vs Superman videos, especially the rewrites. They're really awesome. And of course the picking plot holes in the story. But I actually take it as a compliment because it shows that you guys enjoy the videos enough that you want to help to improve them. So I know it's coming from a positive place, so keep it up. And if I were to do like a redo of that story now, I would tweak quite a few things based off your feedback, and the story would be much better as a result. Some have suggested that maybe I should go back and redo the whole video, incorporating all the changes. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Because, you know, it takes ages to make these videos. If I'm going to redo a whole video, it might as well be on a new movie like Avengers 2. But what I will do is a bit further down the track, perhaps when the trailer for the actual movie comes out, then I'll do a video where I list all of the most suggested changes for the Batman vs Superman video that came from you guys, so that I can give a shout out to all of you guys for all of your great ideas, and we can discuss some of the changes and how they would work into a rewrite. But I should point out that when I make that video, it's not going to be a top 10 list, because to do that, to sort of rank all of your ideas into a top 10 list, is to say that one idea is better than another, and that's a real jerk thing to do, so I don't want to do that. So it's going to be an open discussion of just discussing all ideas in no specific order, so don't let that stop you from commenting. Because, you know, filming for the actual movie starts next month, so we could get like a teaser trailer within maybe 6 months, so a lot sooner than we think. Finally, many of you have been asking for a detailed review and discussion of Man of Steel. Many of you who are asking this are fans of the movie, as I am. I love that movie. And you want me to sort of counter some of the unfair criticisms that movie's got. I have been hesitant about doing that previously because I've already got quite a few Superman-based videos on the channel. I was worried it might be like DC overload. But since so many of you guys keep asking, who am I to say no? So it shall be done, and I'll be coming out with this video while I'm still piecing together elements of the Age of Ultron story based off your advice. So the next video that will come up on this channel should be Man of Steel, The Final Verdict, followed by Avengers Age of Ultron, What It Should Be. And for some of you guys who are my earliest subscribers, you might remember that a while back I promised some videos, and there are still a few on that list that I haven't gotten around to yet, but I haven't forgotten. I am going to make them. There'll be new Flame Wars, Ben Kenobi versus Gandalf, Predator versus the Thing, Professor Xavier versus the Emperor, as well as a Nerdzilla review of Prometheus, where we'll try to solve that mystery once and for all. So those are all the announcements that I had. I look forward to hearing from you Marvel fans with your Age of Ultron advice. And if you want more updates as things progress with the What It Should Be videos, jump over on my Facebook page, because I plan on having a few like brainstorming sessions over there with you guys. So thanks for all your support, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.